What's up everybody, Wack4863 in the place to be, and today I am reviewing for you the Strike 7 keyboard made by Mad Catz. This thing is absolutely amazing. Now I'm sorry I did not do a proper unboxing for you. Here's the box. The box is as well constructed as the actual keyboard, and you'll understand what I mean here in a minute. But everything comes in its own cardboard crate, really well presented, really well packaged so that nothing gets damaged when it's in shipping or when it's sitting at the store. You know, you've got the guys at the local electronics store kind of throwing it around. It's not going to get damaged, okay? Now, as impressive as the packaging is, the unit is equally or even more so impressive. The first thing that I noticed when I started pulling this out of the box is how well it's constructed. I've had a lot of keyboards. I've never had a keyboard this nice. I've never had a keyboard that is actually framed with metal. I mean, this thing is heavy. It's got to be 5 to 7 pounds. And if you can see on the back here, everything you see there that's silver, that is all metal construction. So you can see that this thing is made to just last or take a beating. Whatever you want to say about it, it's definitely constructed real well. Now the other thing is that everything comes separated, okay? You've got your standard key section, you've got your D-pad, you've got an LCD screen, you've got a side set of buttons with M1, 2, 3, 4. You've got a, God, I don't even remember what they've called it. I've got the website up, and they're not going to say it right off the front, but everything's constructed real well. Everything is fully customizable. So if you want your LCD screen on the right side, you can do that. If you want your D-pad on the left side, you can do that. If you want to change the configuration however you want, it's possible for you to do that with this keyboard. It comes with an Allen wrench to change it and all the screws that you need, and you can play around with it however it works for you. So, you know, if you're a gamer and you want your arrow buttons on the left hand side, all you have to do is undo a couple of screws, move a wire, screw it back in on the other side, and you're able to do it from the left side of the keyboard. Instead of moving the keyboard around or anything like that, you could do that. Now the other thing is this LCD screen has the ability not only to have different macros loaded on it for you to be able to use, but it's also got the ability for you to pull up what's called a launcher, and you can launch programs directly from this unit. And I'm just going to launch the Mad Catz program, and I don't know if you can see it, but it popped up right there, and I'm just going to pull it up here, and I want it for my keyboard. Bam, and it's going to start pulling that up. Now what you're able to do in this software that just pulled up is you're able to program, you're able to launch, and you're able to, you know, get support, check out the product details. Everything is in this program. So right now I actually have this set up, and this is what's cool, is that it can do anything. Yes, it's a gaming keyboard. Yes, you can wreck shop with this keyboard, but it can also function with work programs. And I use a program called Microsoft Outlook a lot for work, and amazingly they already had something set up just for Microsoft Outlook. All the buttons are mapped. It's got the macros already in there, so all I have to do is load that profile and I'm off and running. And it is such a time saver to be able to use all those shortcuts and everything like that. Now I'm going to dive into the keyboard and show you some shots of the keyboard and kind of explain what you're looking at. Alright guys, so here's the LCD, and like I said, it's a touchscreen. You could do pretty much everything you need to do. It's also got volume buttons over here. You can mute your mic, you can mute your audio, you can get in here to all sorts of different stuff. So earlier when I said I had programs that I could launch directly from there they are. You can control your music, your media there. You can control your volume right here, and these buttons, everything's touchscreen, so you've got the ability to do whatever you need. Just went back in there. The screen color, or not the screen color, but the keyboard color is all from right there. So if I click on red, if I actually click it, bam, it's red, orange, green, blue, purple, and maybe I could press it, pink. Yes, we'll change it back to green now. So really customizable. It's got a clock on there, so you can leave that way. It's got a stop clock on there, stopwatch, so you can kind of time what's going on. It's got a Windows lockout, which is a pretty cool feature. Here's just kind of some overview of some settings that are in there. Here's some macros. Okay, now you can see that I've got this set up for Microsoft Windows, and I've got the ability to check mail, I've got the ability to send mail, send and receive, print, all from the touchscreen right there, save, the whole 9 yards. It also has a journal where you can add journal entries, and it's got your TeamSpeak. So if your video game that you're playing is compatible with TeamSpeak, you're going to see the room, the player, and everything that's in there. Really cool. So let's get into this. Like I said, it's got this customizable button panel over here that you can use for different options. And you go into the software, and I'll show you the software here in a little bit, but you go in the software and set these up. So it could be whatever you want. Keyboard, really good construction. Okay, and you can see everything is interchangeable. Anywhere where there's a line here, there's space, you can interchange that. So like I said, if you want this unit way over on this side, you can put it there. If you want your D-pad way over on this side, you can put it there. It's totally possible for you to do that with this keyboard. Like I said, this is a nice addition as well. It pops up, you could do different things with it. It's got some buttons and some rollers on it, so you can set all these things, and I just pulled some stuff up on my screen, but you can set all those things to do different stuff from your keyboard. It's really cool. I'll get a full view of it there. Awesome keyboard. Something that I didn't mention earlier, here's these buttons. They actually send you with a kit of interchangeable buttons, and all the stuff that you need to put it together or change the buttons is right there. And you can see what this is. The reason why they have these is there's actually ridges on them. Okay, so you can feel what direction you're pushing even without looking at it, and it also helps you from sliding off the button. Okay, I know when you're on some slicker buttons, it's easy to slide off the buttons. So when you're in here, you know where you're at, and it's not going to just let you slide right off those buttons. But if you don't like that sort of thing, there are other options for you to choose. Okay, and this helps you remove and replace the buttons. And this is an Allen wrench. My finger's not quite there. That's an Allen wrench to change the setup of your system. And it also comes with this spare cable for different setups. So I'm going to jump right into the software and let you guys have a look at that and how easy it is just to put together something that you would use. Okay, so jumping right over to the software, as you can see, I've got the software open already, and just a little bit of information about the product. There's a really good picture of it right there, so you can see it. So into the programming, and I cleared the programming out so that I could just show you the different options and abilities that you can kind of have with it. So like I said, this sidebar, you can choose whatever you want. So let's say you want it to do paste, Control V, and check. Now in all Microsoft programs, that's going to be paste, as well as most just Windows programs. Okay, let's say you want the second one to be Control C, which is copy. Oops. Okay, so I screwed that up, so we just cancel out of it. Okay, and we can go right back in and Control C. And this is copy. Okay, so just like that, bam, and all of a sudden all I have to do is load those, activate profile right here, and all of a sudden that's what those two buttons are going to do. The first one's going to paste, the second one's going to copy. Okay, you also have the ability to set up macros inside of here for games. Okay, so if you've got a game that you press Control Alt and H to look at your hit ratio or whatever, your KDR, you can set that macro up in here to just pull it up and hit that button, and it's going to pull that up in the game. So you've got all those options there. You also have multiple modes that you can load in there as well, so for different screens or whatever you need to do. Here is a second set. Okay, so you've got multiple sets of macros in there. Okay, totally cool, awesome I don't even know how to describe it. It's freaking awesome. All right. Here's the palm rest, and this is what I was explaining. I'd never seen this on another keyboard, but as you see, you've got a wheel on there, and you also have a button. So if you want to be able to strafe with it or whatever, you have that ability. You could use it to crouch, whatever. Then you have your D-pad. Okay. Now the thing about the D-pad is they added these 5 buttons. Okay. And you can map those to whatever you want. So if you're someone that plays a lot of first-person shooters, you want to be able to drop shot easily, you can put that right there, and while you're doing your movement, you could just click that button and drop shot all the way down. You do have the ability to put pause breaks in there and everything like that. You can watch the videos on that, and I'm going to link a few videos in the description for you guys to check out. But it really is easy to set all these things up. Let's go into the launcher. Now the launcher, this is what I was telling you about. I've got apps in here that I launch directly from the touchscreen instead of finding it in the computer. And you can see that it's got a lot of suggestions already in there, or you can go through here and browse for them. It also takes you straight to your support, so you can download different profiles, updated drivers and software, read the manual, contact them, whatever you need to do there. So I will show you this real quick. We're going to open a profile. We don't want to save, and like I said, I went straight in and just downloaded some profiles. Here's a handful of profiles that are already in here. Here's Photoshop, okay? If you need something like that. Here's Diablo, Skyrim, League of Legends, Minecraft, StarCraft, okay? So a lot of different stuff. Like I said, I use the Microsoft Windows on a regular basis. Look at all those options just on that one piece of equipment. Here's more options. Okay, more options. All the different things. I want to mark it as red. I want to delete all. I want to print, save. Okay, I mean the options are there for you to do whatever you need to do. So really cool. All you have to do is activate it, and it's automatically on your keyboard. Really easy. Alright guys, so the last thing that I have for you here is make sure you get over to Mad Catz and check out their stuff. Make sure you read through it, check it out if you're interested in buying one. Really great stuff, and I'll put their link directly to the Strike 7 page in the description. It's going to be Cyborg Gaming something. So make sure you get over there and check it out. But one thing that I wanted to leave you guys with is people want to know how loud the keyboard is. Now understand, my microphone is right there, and here's my keyboard, okay? Now this keyboard layout is a little bit different than what I'm used to, so hopefully you won't be able to see if I misspell something on the stream or on the screen there, but let's see how this works out. Alright, so hopefully that gives you some kind of idea of how loud the keyboard is. Like I said, my microphone is right there. You can barely see it in the screen, and so it's really close. Should give you a good idea of what it sounds like. Also, if you're trying not to keep the lady up at night, you can always turn your keyboard lights off or halfway, whatever works. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. If you have any questions about the Strike 7 that I didn't cover in the review here, please leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer those. And if you have a like in your pocket, please pull it out and whack the like button. Peace.